The hidden life of trees. Explored how trees might be talking to each other. I'm curious what trees might be trying to say to us. Sounds odd, but the word Duir means oak, which gives us the word druid. What gave druids their calm, wisdom, and power? I think they got it from connecting to oaks. And that's what I like to do. And it's really fun to try. And if you're curious to try it, I invite you to spend 6 minutes lying back on your bed, imagining that you are leaning back on the trunk of a great spreading oak. And in your mind, you say his secret name, Duir, and you ask, "Can I stay and have some of your wisdom?" And the oak says yes. But first, he invites you to be like him, which is the answer to his wisdom. Be the trunk of the oak. Breathe in. And as you breathe down, in your mind, mouth magic words. I breathe down and push down roots. Feel your roots going off to the left through the mud and the worms. Be still, be the roots. In the stillness, the mycorrhizal fungi joins the roots, which is like for us. When we stop our thoughts, the spirit can come to us, and it feels like the earth spirit and the waters coming up from the roots of the oak. As you breathe up in your mind, say, I breathe up, and breathe up peace. Breathing so slowly, feel the earth energy rising up your spine, going into the trunk of the tree through its spreading branches up to its leaves. Be the leaves, breathing in Numa the breath of life, sucking in carbon dioxide and giving out oxygen. Trees know all they need to do to help save the world is simply just to breathe. So breathe. And imagine as you breathe, you're making oxygen and sugars, which goes through the stalks of the leaves into the branches, down the trunk, and down, and you breathe it down into the roots in your mind, saying the words, I breathe down and push down roots. Feel your roots going off to the right under the soil, heading for another tree that you like, whose roots connect to yours through the mycorrhizal fungi. You send her some sugar, she sends back some of hers. And it's not so much really the small exchange that's making you feel so joyful. It's the pleasure of the connection. And feel that coming up your right leg, up your trunk, up into the branches, through the wiggly leaves, connecting to your leaves. Be the leaves. The Romans called the oak quercus. He has a quirky quality. Why does he have leaves in such a crazy, wiggly shape? He just does. Be the leaves, giving out love, breathing on the message of the oak. I am safe to create the future that I need. And as you are being the tree, suddenly a thought interrupts. You see that thought coming like a bird to the tree. But you're not the thought, you're the tree. But you can still hear that thought. It's saying, but I don't always feel safe. You fear for a second. Is that an awful thing to be thinking? Under the oak? The oak just seems to smile. What is the future that you need to feel safe? He asks. He invites you to go 7 years into the future. It's nothing to him. He plants an acorn. 7 years later, here it is coming up, a tree in the garden of the house where you live in 7 years' time, the house that you need to feel safe. How many windows can you see? How does it feel? Go through the front door. What floor can you see? What nature can you see out of the window? And there's a desk where you do the world-helping work that has earned this wonderful house. There's the name of your project written on a notebook. And on the wall, there's a photograph of you doing this work. Happy. What are you doing? A message from the oak to you appears on the wall. See it being written now in oaky writing. See the words appear now. Be brave, read those messages. Read them again in your mind now. Keep planting those acorns. The oak is telling you, some will come up. But will this future ever appear, you think? The oak just invites you to be an oak, standing, breathing on the thought, I am safe to create the future that I need.